Hi guys, Sue back for number 2 in our Roman makes. So this week I thought it'd be nice if we did some kind of mosaic effects, but more using pens and like a drawn mosaic. Now this kind of curly repetitive pattern was very common in Roman mosaics. So I'm going to teach you with a ruler and a circular object how to draw these spirals and then fill in with some nice shapes with some pens. So you will need a pencil. You'll need some coloured pens, or that could be crayons, whatever you've got to hand. You'll need something circular, so sellotape or something like that, and a ruler and a rubber as well. So when you're drawing this out and you're drawing your guidelines, and this goes for kind of drawing and sketching anything out really, get the pencil, always draw really, really lightly, because then, you know, when we comes to rubbing things out, you can do it more easily. So this is going to be the bottom of the page. I have to get used to drawing upside down. So you're going to draw a line about a third of the way up. Now I'm going to draw mine's quite heavy, but when you draw yours, make sure you draw it nice and fine. Now what we want to do is to draw 3 circles. Now a good idea is to start in the middle of the page so that you know you can fit your other 2 either side, so you don't run out of space, because that's really annoying if you run out of space. So I'm putting it probably about 2/3 of the way up, and then I'm just going to draw around the circle. So like I say, I'm drawing mine quite heavily, but you want to draw yours a lot lighter. I'm going to do the same that side, leaving a little bit of a gap, and I'm going to leave the same amount of the gap that side. So we should have them fairly evenly spaced. Okay, so in order to get the curl, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start right on this corner where that line meets that edge, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to do a little curl that goes in and round, and then I'm going to bring that line out to meet that one. Then what we do is we get rid of that little bit there. Okay, and you do the same here. So you come in, curl it right round, and then back out again. So don't worry if they're not all exactly the same. It's just giving that idea of the curl. Then same this one, in, round and out. So this is what I mean about having the lines nice and light, so you can rub them out like so. Okay, now what we want to do is have a nice flow between each curl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a line that starts part of the way up and draw a nice curve that goes into that one, and I'm going to do the same on this one. Okay, so you get that nice kind of almost wave effect. Then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to rub out those lines. So again, if you've drawn it nice and lightly, those lines should draw out easier. And then what if you can do is you can join that up. Now what you don't want is that line on the outside to be too heavy either, because we are going to rub that out right at the end. So what we're going to do in now is to fill in with some mosaic shapes. So you start at your corner and you basically draw in lots of geometric shapes. So try and take your shapes right up to the edge of your curl where possible. So you could just put one shape in, or you could put several shapes in. It's a bit like drawing a jigsaw puzzle. You're going to try and make all these shapes fit in with one another. So again, all of these skills are really, really good for smaller children as well, or for adults if you want something a little bit mindful. So you basically fill it in all the way around like that. So it's easier if you kind of follow your edges first, and then you can fill in around it. Once you've done that, you can then take your pens. So what I did is I just made up my shapes with various colours of blues and purples, using little lines. So I drew little lines. You can do them both ways, or you can colour, you could paint them in. And then once you've done that and it's completely dry, you use your rubber and you rub all your pencil marks out, and you should be left with these lovely mosaic squirrels. And that's our craft for today. See you later, guys.